Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Zoya's Affairs. If today is your first time of checking in, you are highly welcome and I appreciate you for tuning in. And to my returning subscribers, I am so grateful and excited to have you. We are in the festive period and I'm so happy and glad to share this recipe with you guys. I also pray the blessing that follows the festive period should be with us all. Amen. So today guys, I will be sharing with you how I'm going to prepare this ojojo, which is also known as the Ijebu's favorite. It is also called the water yam fritters. So this water yam fritters, which is also known as ojojo, I'll be frying this with palm oil. That is why you see the color is like this, it's like brownish in color. It is so delicious and so good. Guys, I bet you try this out and tell me what you think. This ojojo can be taken as a meal on its own, or you can just have it as a side dish. But today guys, we are having this ojojo with, we are just having it like that all on its own, and it was so good. Everyone loved it and I don't even know it's going to finish just like that. My kids love it so much and we just enjoy this all on its own. So to begin with the process, I'm going to show you all the ingredients that I'll be using for this ojojo. Here I'm showing you the yam. I have my water yam here. With this ojojo, you can actually use a water yam. Some people even use the real yam, which is also good. If that's what you have, you can use the real yam, but today I am using the water yam. I have my palm oil here. You can use palm oil to fry it. You can also use vegetable oil. I love it with the taste of the palm oil, so I'll be using the palm oil. I also have some grounded crayfish here. I have salt to taste. I have one seasoning cube, and I also have like 2 small onions, and I have 1 scotch bonnet pepper. So these are the list of ingredients I'll be using for this recipe. So after that, I go ahead to wash the yam. I wash the yam real well before peeling and cutting the yams. So after washing the yam, I'll begin by cutting it. I'll cut the yam in a circular shape so that I can also slice it into like stripe. So after cutting and peeling the yam, I cut them into shapes like this, so it could be very easy for me to grate when I'll start grating. Some of the yams I've already started to change color. It's all good. Most water yam do turn out like that. They change the color and that is it. I rinse the yam real well and just set it aside. Leave it in the water to rest for about a minute or 2. So after resting the yam, I'll be using the grater. This is my plastic grater that I'll be using to grate the yam. I'll start by grating the yam like this. I'll grate it to make sure it is smooth, not too smooth, but at least it should be very smooth and firm. While I started grating the yam, I saw that it's going to take time and I'm kind of in a hurry. We want to have this as lunch and everyone is just around to eat. So I thought that how am I going to make this thing more faster? I decided that I'll blend the rest of the yams. So I went in with my knife and I started cutting the yams like this, cutting them into small cubes so it could be so easy for my blender to blend. I'll cut all the yams in cubes and I'll just start to blend it. So I put all the yams in my blender and I also added a little water to make it easy for my blender to blend. And I'm also going in with this stick just to make sure I am turning everything and it is blending well. So this is the first batch I am pouring inside a bowl here. After blending it, see what this is how it looks like, and it's so good. So this is how it looks like after blending the yam. The color of the yam actually changed, probably because it's a water yam. So this is the first batch of the yam. After blending the first batch, I also went ahead to blend the rest of the yams, and it was so quick, it was so good. and I'm also going to add in the ones I grated earlier. So this is what it looks like after blending all the yams. So after blending the yam, right now I'm going to go in with my wooden spoon. I'm using the bottom part of the spoon to just mix it together, let everything combine together. So after combining it, I still need to go in with my hands to just make sure I try to mix all the yam together. I try to combine everything together. So after combining all the yam, right now I'll go ahead and start by adding salt to it. I added the seasoning cube and I also added the grounded crayfish. I mix everything together with my hands to make sure everything is well combined. Then I went ahead and added the chopped pepper and the chopped onions. So with this now, I'm going to go in with my whisk and just try to combine everything together, and I mix everything together. After mixing properly, I'm going to set that aside and I'll put on a frying pan and to start frying. I'll heat up a pan, and once it has dried up, I'm going to add the palm oil into the pan. I'll add the palm oil into the pan. Let this heat up, not too hot, you are not bleaching it. Once it heats up, I'll begin to scoop in the mixed blended yam. I scoop it in. I'm not going to overcrowd the pot, so there will be enough space and air for the yam to fry properly. So I'll fry this on a medium to low heat. I don't want it to burn. So this is how it's going to be, like golden brown. It was golden brown like so, and it was so ready. So I have to fry the rest of the yam or the rest of the ojojo off camera because the light went off, and at the end this is what our ojojo looks like. This is how it is. Guys, I bet you try this out. It tastes delicious. It is so good and we all enjoy it. This can be eaten as a meal on its own, or you can just have it as a side dish. You can pair this with some pap, you can have it with bread, you can soak garri with this ojojo, you can just eat it like that. You can also have this with eko or agidi. It is just so good and so enjoyable. I bet you try this out. If you have watched this video up to this time, thank you all for watching. Please click on the subscribe button if you haven't. Subscribe to my channel. Let's keep the ball rolling together. Thank you all for watching. See you again in my next one. Bye.